What's that word, gang? Yeah, man, this your boy Dave, man, checking in with the underlay for the Overplay podcast, man. I appreciate y'all for taking the time, man, to hit that button to come fuck with your boy. You know what I'm saying? I really ain't got too much to rap about today, man. I just want to pull the camera out and, breathe on y'all about a few topics, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in particular, though. We kind of just off the brain with this shit today. But one thing that been kind of resting on my mind, man, has been like, and I know this shit kind of like a cliche nowadays, and I know a lot of niggas, cover this topic. And to be honest, sometimes this shit can seem kind of corny, and sometimes it can come off as like, a nigga on some weak shit, but man, the mental health of a man is real important, man. You know what I'm saying? We deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? As do women. So I ain't negating that or, minimizing what a woman go through, but the mental health of a man, is it's a dangerous place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, a lot of men ain't strong enough to cope with that shit on their own. You know what I'm saying? But we taught to try to deal with it on our own. And that's what make our burden a little heavier than, I ain't gonna say heavier than the woman's side, but it just make it a little more difficult to navigate, because as a man, you're not supposed to speak about how you feel. You're not supposed to talk about what you're going through. You're not supposed to speak on pain. You're not supposed to speak on none of that shit. You're just supposed to internalize it, battle through those demons, and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Now just imagine that. You know what I'm saying? To the women that's watching, just imagine you going through all this shit you're going through, and motherfucker just expect you to just deal with it on your own. That's basically, if you breathe on any one of your counterparts and you bring it up, the only thing they got for you is, oh man, you a woman, you gotta deal with that shit, man. Chin up, chest out. What? Like, what the fuck? Like, as a human being, like, imagine the type of trauma or the type of stress that shit keep on a motherfucker. You've been hearing that since you was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Since we was little boys, it was always chin up, chest out, toughen up, quit crying, quit complaining, quit bitching. You know what I'm saying? But as with women, y'all always had that outlook, or that outlet, rather. You know what I mean? A motherfucker always understood, a woman is supposed to be emotional, but with men, you're not supposed to. So I said all that to say, man, as a man, don't never feel like, bro, you gotta bottle that shit in. You know what I'm saying? But also, don't get comfortable with speaking to everybody about what you're going through, because that ain't the move either. You know what I'm saying? Find you somebody you can trust. You know what I mean? Find you a homie you can confide in, or pull your phone out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes this is what a motherfucker gotta do. As a matter of fact, I would much rather you do that. Talk to a motherfucker sometimes who ain't gonna talk back, because you holler at your homie, he always got something to say. And not every time you need a response. Sometimes you just need to vent. Sometimes you need to get it off. And a woman might not be able to understand you. You know what I'm saying? Certain women they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no slight at them. It's just, they just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And when you keep that shit bottled up, bro, it's only gonna make you worse. So whatever traumas you going through, whatever battles or demons you dealing with, man, you gotta get that shit up off you, man. Get that shit up off your spirit, because that shit ain't healthy for you. It ain't healthy for your kids. It ain't healthy for your significant other. It ain't healthy for nobody that gotta encounter you on the daily, man. If you keep your shit bottled up and you not letting that shit out, because on one day you're gonna explode. And when you explode, it ain't gonna be good for nobody around you. So to prevent that, be more mindful of the fact that, bro, as men, we have to get that shit out of our system. Don't be so tough, bro, that you keep all that pressure built up, man. Pressure busts pipes. So what the fuck you think it'll do to a body? You know what I'm saying? That's why all these niggas dying from heart attacks and all that type of shit, man. That shit is stress, bro. On top of what we eat and all that, that's a whole different topic for another day. But man, that stress will kill you faster than anything. All these sicknesses and shit that we dealing with as men, a lot of time that shit, bro, that shit come from stress, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind and be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? And find you a safe space, man. Something you can get that shit up off you, man. You know what I'm saying? But to all my females and all my homies out there, man, who are going through something, man, cheers to that. Gonna drink to that. And, it'll be better tomorrow. Just stay focused, man. Stack, pray, stay the fuck out the way. In a minute.